Welcome, adventurer! Did you know we share a brand new story here every single day? If you love exploring incredible worlds and living exciting adventures, stay with us. Let's dive into today's story. The pastry chef of sweet dreams. In the heart of a snowy city lived Gustav Sweeten, a pastry chef unlike any other. His shop, Enchanted Delights, was different from any other pastry shop. The cakes in his window changed color according to passers-by's moods. The hot chocolate served as phones to talk with the stars, and his famous Christmas cookies had a reputation for making dreams come true, though not always in the expected way. Gustav himself was a peculiar character, tall and thin, like a coffee eclair. He always wore a chef's hat that seemed to dance on his head and an apron covered in chocolate stains, forming mysterious constellations. His eyes, the color of golden caramel, sparkled with a mischievous light when he created his magical pastries. This year, December 3rd marked a special event, the annual Best Christmas Pastry Competition. For the first time, Gustav had decided to participate, but not to win. He had a much more ambitious plan. "People have forgotten the true taste of magic," he whispered while kneading his special dough by the starlight that filtered through his kitchen window. "They swallow their desserts without even tasting them, too busy photographing them for their social media." In the city, excitement was building. The competition had become a major media event, broadcasting live on television. Other pastry chefs were preparing spectacular creations, sugar castles with LED lights, chocolate sculptures connected to mobile apps, Christmas logs that played melodies when cut. The evening before the competition, as Gustav was finishing his preparations, a little girl named Sophie entered his shop. She wore round glasses and carried a notebook filled with drawings of imaginary cakes. "Sir," she said shyly, "can I ask you a question?" Gustav smiled. "Of course, little vanilla cone." "How do you make your cakes magical?" The pastry chef crouched down to her level. "Would you like to know my secret?" Sophie nodded vigorously. "The magic isn't in the cakes, but in how we share them." The day of the competition arrived. The grand hall was filled with creations more spectacular than the last. One pastry chef had created an entire Christmas village in gingerbread with little chocolate trains that actually ran on sugar tracks. Another had made a macaron tree that changed color to the sound of music. When Gustav's turn came, he simply brought a tray of ordinary star-shaped cookies. The audience seemed disappointed. The judges frowned. "My dear friend," Gustav began, "these cookies are special. They don't light up, don't play music, and don't connect to any smartphone. But they do something far more extraordinary. They make you relive your most beautiful Christmas memory. He began distributing the cookies. At first, people looked at them skeptically. Then, as the first people took a bite, something wonderful happened. An old lady started laughing like a little girl, reliving the Christmas when she received her first doll. A always rushed businessman sat on the floor, eyes shining, remembering snowball fights with his father. A phone-addicted teenager spontaneously put down her device, transported by memories of baking with her grandmother. Soon, the entire hall was filled with people sharing their memories, laughing, sometimes crying, and most importantly, really talking to each other, perhaps for the first time in years. Sophie, who had slipped into the audience, watched the scene in wonder. She saw families embrace, strangers become friends, and even the competition judges completely forget their role, too busy sharing their own Christmas stories. "Who did you do that?" she asked Gustav. The pastry chef winked at her. "The recipe is simple. 3 cups of childhood memories, a pinch of magical cinnamon, and most importantly," he paused to pull from his pocket a vial filled with golden powder. "A good dose of what I call time-slowing powder." Time-slowing powder? Yes, because the real problem today isn't the lack of magic. It's that people go too fast to notice it. Gustav didn't win first prize in the competition that day. Technically, the competition was never finished because everyone was too busy sharing memories and getting reacquainted. But something more important happened. People began coming to his shop not just to buy cakes, but to meet, talk, and take time to savor the small, magical moments of everyday life. He set up mismatched tables and chairs, served hot chocolate that tasted like the first snowflakes, and created a space where people could slow down and remember what made Christmas truly special. Sophie became a regular at the shop. Gustav taught her some of his secrets, like how to make cookies that give courage, or pies that make even the grumpiest people smile. One day, she asked him why he didn't use his magic to become famous and rich. Gustav chuckled softly. "My little Sophie, true magic doesn't need to be famous. It just needs to be shared." Even today, if you pass by a pastry shop where cakes change color and people take time to talk to each other, do step in. Order a hot chocolate that tastes like stars, and maybe, if you're patient, you'll see Gustav sprinkle some of his famous time-slowing powder on your pastries. For as he always says, the magic of Christmas is like a good cake. It becomes even better when you take time to savor it with those you love. The end. What an adventure! Did you enjoy it? Tomorrow, another equally amazing story awaits you right here. And if you'd like to discover exclusive stories or share your own ideas, feel free to check out our website. See you tomorrow!